one community leader on the ground was literally seeing the deputy sheriffs showing up in their cars and droves. And so the First Amendment Coalition had assisted and was able to sue and get the sheriff's office to turn over public documents. You're supposed to respond to these documents and show what exactly was happening with the communications between local law enforcement and federal ICE and Customs and Border Patrol when they're involved. So there's actually a lot more collaboration that's going on than is allowed by the state sanctuary law. I don't need to go into the weeds around that, but what happened in Shasta was that they filed these public records requests, and it took months for Shasta, the county sheriffs, to turn this over. But absolutely, they were showing that people were being denied their rights or knowledge that when they ended up in jail, that some of this information was being turned over to ICE. There was a lot going on behind the scenes where you have the attempt to collaborate. And the crazy thing, and this is written up by Shasta Scout, is that their county sheriff had actively sought collaboration with ICE. Wow. And it took the ICE program officer who said, wait, I think you have the state sanctuary law in California. And so this all came out in the public documents. And the sheriff has continued to say, well, I believe in supporting federal law enforcement and we'll do what we can within the bounds of state law. And more broadly around the country, you're seeing a 10-time increase in these local law enforcement agreements where they are cooperating with federal immigration enforcement. And so for folks who want to actually kind of dig into the weeds, you can file FOIA requests. You can file Public Records Act requests. Sometimes you can work with journalists who may or may not have more experience doing that. So that's another avenue to try to get more information, more transparency. That's a first step, knowing what's going on, and then building your community and the sort of the muscle to be able to speak up when these things are happening.